one of my favorite players. Travis, I told you, this guy is super unsung. He's one of the coolest guys ever, multi-talented. The man of the hour, as I call him. Kobie Turner, defensive tackle, LA Rams. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Appreciate y'all having me.
Of course. How you feel? It's Wednesday.
Man, I'm feeling good, ready to go get after it. And, you know, we got a big primetime game versus the Bucs coming up. I'm super excited for it, man. And the guys are working hard. We're all working hard, ready to go, getting prepped and ready.
Kobie, that was a hell of a game. Back and forth, a lot of fun for football fans, super physical and super emotional. Kobie, with Cooper Kupp coming back, Ernest Jones, your old teammates. Is it tough to get up for such a big game and then turn the clock to your next opponent coming this Sunday?
I mean, at the end of the day, each of these games are 1-0. And in the month of November, man, you get to separate the pretenders and the contenders. And we're trying to show and prove, you know, that we're the best in the world. So we have another great team coming in. And obviously, like you said, this last game was emotional. And, I mean, a division game and just the guys that they have and the history that they've had here, you know, that game definitely means a lot. But all of these games count the same, and at the end of the day, we're just trying to put a win back in the another one in the win column coming up this Sunday. So the preparation is always the same, and at the end of the day, these guys are going to come out. It's going to be an incredible atmosphere at SoFi. Fans have been rocking, teams have been feeling the energy, and we're going to be ready to go once 5:20 hits on Sunday.
Kobie, can you feel it happening in the moment? You know, you go back to the game against the Seahawks last week, and if you just look at the stat sheet, it says that nobody sacked Sam Darnold, but you guys turned him over 4 times. He threw 4 interceptions. Can you feel it that even without necessarily getting a bunch of sacks as a defensive unit, that you are really affecting the quarterback just by maybe the way he's looking at the defense, the way he's moving his feet? Can you feel it even without the numbers?
Yeah, you can tell that he remembered who we were. You know, we had a great opportunity last year to have 2 really good games versus him. And at the end of the day, Sam's a competitor. He's a really good quarterback, man. And I know the next game that we have versus him, he's going to come back out firing. But yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. You know, everyone pays attention to the stat sheet. Everyone likes to check in. I mean, you know, us guys get caught up in it too. Sometimes you're not able to watch every game. So you go and check in and you check the stat sheet to be like, oh, so-and-so had a good game. But at the end of the day, the name of the game is affecting the quarterback, and we are certainly able to do that. And then, I mean, we were watching some of the clips today, just the way that our DBs were flying around. I mean, Cam coming from the other side of the field, whether that be to make a play for a 1-yard gain to make the tackle with E. Forbes, or whether it be to catch his first pick. I mean, there's a ton of guys who are just doing really good at their craft, and we're coming together as a defensive unit. And, yeah, we're going to affect the quarterback. And, you know, some days it'll show up in the stat sheet, and some days it won't. But at the end of the day, the most important stat is coming away with that W.
One thing, Kobie, go back to the Cam Kitchens pick. I mean, that pick, like you said, going from one hash over, how did he see? Is that him? Instincts? It was a hell of a play.
Yeah, I think it was instincts. I think there are some things that we're breaking down today. I'm not sure if it was that play or another play, but just the way that we work 11 as one, and the way that other guys have owned their coverage and owned their opportunities, whether it be some press ops. I think that might have been the second pick that I'm thinking of, but guys owning their leverage, owning their press ops, so that now he's able to play more free from that safety position and be able to go and make plays. So, and then he was able to read the eyes, and ultimately, you know, TD getting some good pressure in the middle of the pocket, and Sam made the throw and he made the catch, and his catch or run after the catch was pretty cool too. But yeah, that's just players making plays, man, and that's what we do here, and that's what he does, and that's been pretty consistent day in and day out. And you know, some games, like with the sacks, you know, he's going to have the opportunities to make those picks and really show up big time in the stat sheet. In some games he's not, but the base is still there.
Let me offer one critique on Cam's interception. So when you do the celebration, why don't you do it on your side of the field so everybody can get to you?
Hey, I'm not going to lie. That's a critique that all the big fellas have had for a long time. But look, just as sure as they keep catching all those picks, man, they can celebrate wherever they want. They just don't have to know. Look, I don't know if y'all see all the big fellas, though. We all stand around the 50. We start jogging there a little bit, and then we'll just point. Be like, yeah, celebrating from there, and then we walk off. Because I had one of them when I ran all the way down, and then the next play or a couple plays later, the offense scored, and now I'm out there looking like an idiot because I'm tired. It's not happening.
took your spots, Kobie. We're talking with
doubt.
Kobie Turner here on the D'Marco and Trav show. Kobie, obviously, a little bit of bad injury news. Quentin Lake's going to miss some time with that elbow injury. Who steps into the leadership void in that defense in his absence?
Yeah, I think the great thing about how we've all worked and how we've all interacted is each and every one of us are leaders in our own right. Obviously, me and Landman are going to continue to carry our weight and continue to make sure that our guys are in the right places. But at the end of the day, at each and every position group and really just all along our defense, there's a ton of leaders who lead in their own ways, and we all feed off of each other's energy. So it's obviously when you have a guy like that go down and just what he means to this team, the year he's been having, the type of man that he is, the type of player that he is, the type of leader that he is, that's obviously a big blow. And at the same time, I know that in the way that he's led, he's continued to build up some of those other guys in his room so that they can step in and take over those roles as well. And the way that we work as a team is everyone's carrying the weight. The burden of leadership belongs to everybody, and everybody's going to step in to make sure that we can continue to succeed until he gets back.
Yeah, weird injury. Yeah, just weird. And you're going to miss him, hard to replace. Talk about Landman for a hot minute. How is he able to do the things he's doing? I've been trying to explain it this entire season. How do you explain what you see? You're out there with him. Explain Nate Landman to me.
Yeah, that man is there's not a whole lot of words you can use to describe him. I mean, man is crazy. He plays with his hair on fire. The amount of effort that you see on each and every play. And, everyone's like, a lot of people can think, when you get the ball out, like that's a luck thing. But first of all, to be in the position, the way that he rallies, the way that, he pursues to the ball. And then there's just a sense of calmness, right? Like if you click on the tape, there's a lot of people that are running to the ball.
Yeah.
He gets to the ball. It looks like he just takes a breath, finds the ball, punches it out. And that's something that he does each and every day. That's something that he's done since he's gotten here. He had a couple of big punch-outs during camp.
Has it changed the way you play ball? Has it changed the way – have you tried to do this when you're about to make a tackle?
We're all looking for ups. And, there's certain times, like at the first level, sometimes it can be difficult to disengage from a block and still fit up a block
right.
or fit up a tackle because obviously the first and most important thing is to be able to stop the runner. But when you're rallying to the ball, absolutely. We've been trying to emulate that, and, we've been trying to get our own punch-out ops. But nobody does it like Landman. And honestly, that's a credit to the type of player that he is, to the intentionality that he's had. That was the first thing that they showed on the tape when we brought him in. We were going through the highlights of everyone and just kind of seeing who we're adding to our team, and all you see is a bunch of punch-ups.
Whoever
you see the calmness.
Whoever found him, thank you.
Right.
Whoever
Literally.
got him here,
Literally.
thank you. Yes, sir.
Kobie.
He's a man, and he's a great leader, great player, obviously, and our defense is a whole lot better with him.
Kobie, Sunday night is Aaron Donald bobblehead night. Obviously, you got to spend some time with him. And every time I see a Rams player on a podcast or a radio show, they're talking about an Aaron Donald weight room story where some poor guy decides that, I'm going to go try to hang with 99. Do you have a favorite or maybe least favorite Aaron Donald weight room story?
A favorite weight room story. I mean, for me, it was just coming in my rookie year. And, you try to be the guy that is always in the building. You hear the stories about those types of guys, right? Like the guy who's always doing something, always working. So for me, I took a lot of that extra time to make sure I was stretching, make sure I was loose, ready for practice. Every single opportunity that there was for free time, AD was in the weight room, lifting. I mean, we'd be having lunch. There'd be guys in there just eating, chilling, talking. He's in the weight room. It'd be pre-practice. Guys are chilling, talking, stretching in the training room, whatever. He's in the weight room. And more times than not, he was doing arms. That guy is just – he's insane, man. Just the work ethic that he put in and the way that he just approached each and every day. You couldn't tell that he was a vet. Every single day had a purpose. Every single day had a plan. He came in, knocked out his work, and he left. And I mean, what better vet to learn from than the best?
Did you ever have a day where I'm going to try to keep up with him today? I'm going to just see what my body feels like to try to do it for one day.
Man, he'd have these lifts after practice, after camp practices, where he'd go in and he'd do some extra arms and he'd do some extra cardio. So he brought a lot of guys along with him. Allard was one of those guys too that kind of continued to carry on the torch, after AD left the team. But those were the times where I kind of tried to hang with him. But he also always had modified lifts, because when you're lifting 4 times a day, 3-4 times a day, you can't do the same lift that everyone else is doing, because we're doing lifts like we're only lifting twice a week. And he's lifting, 8, 12, 15 times a week? 16? Something?
Wow. Wow. Truly not from this planet. But, hey, man, you have been playing your butt off. I was telling these guys you are my unsung hero. You are an every down defensive tackle, and I think that is a lost art. So when it's heavy run, 1st and 10, 1st and goal, you are in there, sticking your nose in there and being tough. When it's time to rush the passer, you can straighten out and rush with the best of them. So I think you are playing your best football. I hope, and they always say this, the game slows down for you at some point. Do you feel like the game has slowed down for you at this point?
I do, and that's a credit to my teammates. It's a credit to my coaches, all of the people that I've learned from, and a credit also to just the pregame preparation. Once you're able to kind of understand what you're going to get from an offense, or you start to understand even throughout the course of the game, all right, this is what they're trying to attack, and this is how I can play it better. Things go well for you. And so I feel like the game has slowed down in that sense, and I'm hoping that it continues to slow down even more and more. But I can, but you can tell when your technique is right, when your mind's in the right place, when you're locked in. And yeah, man.
I'm out there with you. The only thing I don't know is I don't know how you can play with Jared Verse. He talks nonstop. He doesn't stop.
He doesn't. There have been a couple of guys who've tried to go toe to toe with him, talking the entire game. I mean, 88 from the Seahawks was doing a whole lot of talking this past game.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm trying to catch my breath from those plays.
Wow. Well, man, good luck this week. We're excited. Baker Mayfield back in the house, man. We were just talking about him. Always root for him, but just not on Sunday. So the team is heading in the right direction. The locker room must feel excited, encouraged. You guys know what's in front of you. The whole world's talking about you. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we're taking it a step at a time. The most important thing is the guys that we have in this group, and ultimately we're having a whole lot of fun together. So that's what we're really excited about. Big game coming up on Sunday, and it's a big game because we're playing in it.
So, Kobie, the last time you and I spoke, it was at Rams Revealed, and we would talk a little bit about the Masked Singer and all the different instruments that you can play, and you really kind of bummed me out because I can't do anything and you can do all these other things. So is there anything else that you've learned in the 6 months since we spoke last that can make me feel worse about myself?
You learned the language.
Man, that's great that you asked. Look, I've been my wife asked for a stand mixer, so we got her a stand mixer.
Ooh.
I've been getting into baking a little bit.
What?
And that's been a lot of fun. I'll bake some snickerdoodle bars for Davis and Steve. And then last night, actually, I made a pot of apple cider.
Oh.
So it was pretty cool. Put the apples in, cut up all the fruit, had it cooking for 4 hours, stirring it up and stuff, and it actually turned out pretty well. So whatever I can to kind of, ground myself, but I've been getting into the food side of things a little bit later. So.
What did he say? What's the appliance?
A stand mixer. So now,
a stand
mixer?
Accomplished musician, accomplished NFL player, and master baker.
And a baker.
Yeah, this is I got no shot, man. Hey, thanks for nothing.
Not a master yet.
What's a stand mixer?
It's the KitchenAid thing that goes down and
a
makes
standing
the dough.
mixer.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Look at you baking
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you make some snickerdoodles.
Nothing crazy yet, but got a little Thanksgiving thing next week, and so I'm going to try to bake something for some of the guys. We'll see how that turns out.
Have you tried to make sourdough bread yet? That's that's the holy grail of being able to do that stuff.
I have not. I don't know if I can get to that level. I got to stick with the simple stuff, and then I'm a big guy, so I like my sweets every now and again. So.
Okay.
I might stick on the sweet side.
Well, don't forget the radio guys, man. Bring some for us. Come on, and don't give them to Maurice first.
Next time for sure.
Definitely, man. Kobie, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Good luck this Sunday.
Thanks, Kobie.
Kobie Turner, Rams defensive tackle, leader